What's good? How y'all doing this morning? Welcome back to Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. It's your boy The Don here with my co-host King. What's good, man?
What's good, Don? How you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm
That's
great.
good, brother.
Almost to the end of a great weekend, so hey, I can't complain.
That is true, especially if we get this dub tonight with the Hawks. That'd be
Oh
perfect.
yeah, oh yeah. But right now, man, United is 2-0 right now. So hey, what a good way to have to do the show today. We're bringing on a rep for Atlanta United Fan TV. AJ, what's good, man? How you doing? Let everybody know where they can find you.
What's good, guys? You guys are cutting out a little bit, but I think I knew what you said. Pleasure to be here.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you. All right. Um, hey, if you're new to the channel, y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, try this content out with Atlanta Sports Fanatics. Hit us up in the comment section. As always, come holler at your hometown sports podcast. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the news for Atlanta United this week. So yesterday they played Chicago Fire in that match and here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and they won that match 3-1. Some other news: Greg Garza retires, and Tony Annan he leaves the organization to become South Carolina Gamecocks head coach. All right, so we are 2-0 right now. How does this feel, AJ? How everybody, the fans feel about the record right now so far?
Uh, I think you have to repeat that question, but I think we are 1-1 because we are 1-1 and 0 because we did draw that game against Orlando City in MLS. But having won 3 of 4 games essentially out of the 4 games that we've started the season with is pretty good to start the Gabriel Heinze era for sure. But things are attacking wise looking very promising as well. It's harkening back to 2017, 2018 Atlanta United, where it's exciting attacking play and a little bit of the Tata Martino flair a little bit, but Heinze's got his own little style that is, I think, exciting a lot of fans and making them kind of come back a little bit after 2020, such a shambolic year.
All right, so the CONCACAF Championship League, the Nets opponents right now is looking. We're looking at Philadelphia coming up. How do you think we're going to perform in this next leg of the CONCACAF Championship League?
Yeah, I mean it's going on the recent form. Philly do look like a tough opponent for sure. They did lose against Inter Miami over the weekend 2-1, so that's pretty surprising. I think result for sure because Inter Miami are maybe not kind of top of the league quality, but that's I think it shows you I think the parity in MLS. And for us, I think we played well against Chicago Fire in a lot of ways, but also a little bit shaky at the back at times. And if we were a little more unlucky, it could have been maybe a draw, but we were able to see it out. I think had the lion's share of the chances, I think, in the match anyway. But at the end of the day, against a Philadelphia Union, they're gonna be tough in Champions League. They pretty much wiped Saprissa, off the the pitch, and it's just something that they're gonna be, I think, confident in the Champions League. For us, we kind of skirted by against Alajuelense, even though they are better competition, but it is still, I suspect it's going to be a very close matchup against Philadelphia Union.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just hope if we can win that first match, I think the second match will be fine, in my opinion. So they play this Tuesday. So we can beat them Tuesday. Then the following week, when we play them again, it should be a breeze. I agree on that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, it's sorry if I've cut you off. I can't really hear what you're saying really.
right.
But yeah, it's always crucial to win your home leg for sure. But especially in MLS, away matches are almost as difficult to win as any league, if not harder, because of the travel. Although, yeah, to Philadelphia isn't as bad as maybe if we were playing out west against somebody. But yeah, I mean, at the Benz, we should be able to, especially with fans in the stadium, we should be able to, yeah, intimidate them enough. And yeah, it's always this fortress at the Benz when we have fans. Last season, obviously, kind of more of an anomaly when, yeah, you don't really have fans and the team it feels a little dispirited, but I think it's definitely a different case this year. You see Hainsey on the sidelines, the way he's celebrating goals, especially that third one. Fist pumping into the air and jumping. It's yeah, the passion's there, the tactics are there, and it's yeah something that I think even if it's a Tuesday, yeah, and in the pandemic, there's gonna be a lot of people at the Benz. It'll be interesting to see how much they open it up. It was 50% over the weekend, so about 20,000. But on Tuesday, they haven't really announced that yet. But yeah, it should be quite a good bit anyway, especially for MLS. Yeah, there's yeah, 20,000 is still better than like I don't know 85% of the
Uh,
league.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing right there. Like, and that was my next question. Getting into, I really feel like the crowd back at the Benz helps. It helps the club. It helps the club because you see how they played yesterday, 3-1. Even though yes, we know Gabriel is a better coach than Frank DeBoer. All right, but at the same time, the fans and that passion, the players feed off
Hmm. Indeed, yeah. I mean, it's also I'm not going to get into a Hainsey over Frank de Boer debate or anything, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely there's a lot of more confidence I think going into the season because of Hainsey and the way that the team is playing. There's a lot more verticality. There's a lot more pressing from the front, and especially Jose Martinez working his way back into the side with his pink hair. I mean, it's going to be, hopefully a sighting of Jose Martinez in the starting lineup. That would be, I think, something that would really excite the fans for sure. But yeah, the 17s have always been the 12th man essentially, and that's ever more apparent on Saturday when even just half the stadium it sounds just as loud, if not more loud than any team in this league for sure. But yeah, it's I think you know that Tuesday is going to be so key, like you're saying. It's just really, really important that we at least draw or get a win. Yeah, it's their home stadium over there in Philly is going to be difficult to play in. So I don't know if they're going to have fans, but yeah, we have our work cut out for us. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk whatsoever.
that. I know last year didn't we lose again? Just in the regular season, I know we lost against Philadelphia Union, um, but, but years past, like we really had a number.
Yeah, I mean, it's last year is kind of more that anomaly. I feel like we lost against a lot of teams last year, so that kind of form can't really be trusted. But yeah, it's also still early days, so we can't really count our chickens quite yet and say like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to steamroll the Union. But yeah, I think historically, yeah, sure, because we have been a good team. Most of the teams we played against, maybe Sans, DC United, maybe Red Bulls, we usually clock them. But I think, like I said, the Union, it's going to be tough. I mean, Jim Curtin, he's really growing into, as their coach, getting into winning ways, getting them to kind of unprecedented heights as well. Yeah, I mean, some people are pitting them as maybe possible favorites on the this side of the bracket as well. So by no means is Atlanta United a favorite in this matchup. I actually contend we might be underdogs.
Hey, I'm fine with being underdogs. I love being the underdog. That way we can rise to the occasion and beat them.
Yeah.
Indeed.
What weaknesses do you see with this Atlanta United team?
I'm sorry, say that question again. You cut out.
What weaknesses do you see in this Atlanta United team?
Really having trouble hearing you guys. Maybe just like type into the chat or something. I don't know.
He's a what weakness do you see in this Atlanta United team?
The weaknesses that Atlanta United can exploit, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. For against Philly. Yeah. I mean, they're a team that's they've got a big forward up top. We have some very, very stout center backs in the back. It'll be interesting to see who we really start in the back. First 3 matches in the season, we had clean sheets, but we looked a little shaky in the back last match, even though, I mean, at the end of the day, they were, Anton Walks and Miles Robinson were able to, do the job for the most part. But it'll be interesting to see if our new designated player in Alan Franco does come in, become our starting center back like we probably expect him to be. But that's really tough on Anton Walks there, I think. But Philly, they just play, I think, very, very I think acutely to their style, in which we have a lot I think we need to be weary of, because they're a good team, and they've got some pace, they've got some trickery on the bench as well that can come in. It would be a team effort, I think, for sure. But I think we have the goods. It's so early. It's tough to know if this kind of unbeaten form is really, going to be, I think, be able to be consistent, be able to be extended for a period of time. It's so early days. We just don't know.
So I just talked about this earlier. Tony and Don leaving the organization. And how will this affect the developmental talent for Atlanta United?
I'm sorry, guys. It's so hard to hear. I think you're asking the player development, how it's. Say it again.
Under Tony and Don leaving the organization, how will this affect the developmental talent?
Oh, Tony Annan, yeah. So I mean, it will remain to be seen, but he's obviously a fantastic coach. I mean, he's a guy that has produced 10 kind of, I think, collegiate guys that have gone through the system, 7 homegrowns. It's definitely like he is a guy that has been integral since the beginning, even before Atlanta United were, at least the first team were on the pitch. And so the likes of, George Bello, of course, George Campbell. I mean, he was a guy that was coaching them at Georgia United, a local youth club as well, before Atlanta United even existed. So he's a guy that will be sorely missed. But hopefully, maybe some of our, guys that maybe don't become homegrowns go play for the Gamecocks, and he can kind of develop them, and then we can go ahead and sign them from the Gamecocks, and have that be a symbiotic relationship there. But it'll be interesting to see who is the replacement. There have been people that are calling for maybe Michael Parkhurst or first captain and whatnot. I think it's probably too early for that, and also he's kind of busy owning a team in the USL as well, so he's probably not going to be ready to do that. Nor does he have the coaching badges to really do that either. So I think it'll be interesting who they hire, because this will be, I think, something that the team has mentioned that they put massive importance on. You see the likes of, like I said, George Bello, that they want to kind of make a pipeline to push into Europe or elsewhere. And yeah, with that, you got to have the right guys to be able to develop them in the youth academy. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting if they hire from within, but my hunch is they probably go from probably somewhere in Europe, maybe somewhere in England, maybe somebody in maybe the Spurs pipeline because Darren Eales and that connection.
I agree with that. And you got Gabriel, who's from South America. It's good to bring somebody developmental from Europe. In my opinion, you have like the different styles of play there. I think that'd be great if they can pull that off. Um, so the next matches will be challenging for Atlanta United. The match I'm looking forward to is playing Inter Miami. I know we play New England Revolution. I think next week, I believe. How do you think we're gonna fare in these next matches coming up?
These next matches coming up. I mean, well, I'm a firm believer of one match at a time. I mean, because yeah, I mean, you never know injuries. I mean, Brooks Lennon took a knock to the face and had a black eye after the collision last night. So that's our starting right back. That's is questionable for Tuesday. Yeah, Jack Gurr did come on and he looked pretty decent. Was putting a lot of balls in behind for Jurgen Damm when he came in. Uh, yeah, interesting that Ronald Hernandez hasn't even seen any minutes whatsoever, and he's a guy that was maybe pitted as someone that could be a starting right back, and I think that's where it's taking one game at a time is super key. But against Inter Miami, I mean, yeah, they look like they are maybe a more motivated side than last year for sure. It's it was their first season. They had a lot of things that maybe didn't go their way in terms of. Well, they were skirting some rules a little bit as well. They had as many as 4 DPs before the season started, like one day before, and so they still have a lot of work to do. I think where we should be a better side than them, but you never know in this league. It really is. Yeah, parity is fairly strong, even though, yeah, we look like a side that has a lot of depth. But yeah, I think it's one of those, like I said, take one game at a time. But Inter Miami, I think we are a better side than them.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't like Miami in Miami. I know a lot of people. I don't like Orlando. I just don't like any of the teams in Florida. Just to be honest with you, Matt. But I just hope we can come out of that match and just beat the little breaks out of them. So
Yeah, all the
I'm
Florida
not.
teams. Yeah, I mean, all the Florida teams are Florida man as far as I'm concerned. So it's
Florida teams are Florida. Okay, yeah. Look, I just don't like them. New England, I'm not really worried about New England. New England Revolution hasn't fielded a good club since I don't know when. Robert Kraft, he's more concerned about the Patriots than United. I mean, not United, than Revolution. So we should win that match, if anything. In Miami, I think that'll be our next test right there. So hopefully we can win that match. Um, Hey, one more thing, man. Go ahead and plug Atlanta United Fan TV for everybody. We have some viewers who probably haven't watched Atlanta United Fan TV. So, just let our viewers know the great work that y'all do over there.
I think you're yeah, you're cutting out still, but I think you're asking to yeah, just pitch Atlanta Fan TV. So yeah, you guys can check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok as well at ATL UTD Fan TV or Atlanta United Fan TV, all spelled out. Basically, we're a platform for the fans to have a voice. We do fan camps after matches, and we also yeah, have a podcast as well. Check us out, Five Stripe Weekly on yeah, your favorite podcatchers as well. And yeah, we daily content always, your immediate plug for everything Atlanta United.
All right. Be on the lookout too. I'm more than likely we're gonna end up going to a match sometime in June or July. I don't know when. I'm about to run it by my boss lady. See what she can do it. But more than likely it'll be on the weekend. So I know y'all do the post match meetups and stuff, and I would like to join you guys if possible. So
I wish I knew what you guys are saying, but
I'll email you.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
email you.
Yeah,
I'll email you. But hey, well, once again,
yeah.
man, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it. I continue doing a good job over there at Atlanta United Fan TV. So appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you guys. It was a pleasure, and have a great Sunday, guys.
Hey, you too. All right. So let's get to the news and the scores for the week. This past week, Georgia Tech, this Friday, they hosted their spring game on the flats. Um, the team look from what I saw, it looks like they're gonna be good this year.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
what you,
Georgia Tech, yo, I'm starting to like the way Georgia Tech is looking. Since this new coach, I liked Georgia Tech last year when they got their new coach. So I was always hyped, and their new style of offense is always great. Their old style was still garbage to watch.
yeah.
So the new style of offense is something I can look forward to for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and I try to tell people, Collins, he's going into his third year this season coming up, and I try to tell people, give it time, give him at least 3 to 4 years. You got to understand the talent he came into. They ran that option stuff,
Yeah, and it's
and
garbage.
it's outdated. Like, so you have to get linemen. The linemen there at Tech was so small. Now they
Yeah,
getting in guys that's like 300 pounds, 6'4", 6'5" on the line. So give them time. They will play better this year. Will they
yeah.
win the ACC? No. Clemson is still looking good. Then you
But they
got
could
North
be top
Carolina.
three.
Yeah, North Carolina looking good. You have Miami, they may make some noise. Florida State, it's so much talent in the ACC. So I feel like they can get a bowl bid, but it's not going to be a New Year's Six bowl bid. It'll be something similar. They'd probably play, in the Tangerine Bowl or something like that, or the bowl game in Detroit. I don't know. I forgot the name, but I don't know if it's a Little Caesars Bowl or something like that. But just give
I
it
was
time.
thinking of being like a top three team in the ACC.
Top
Um,
three, Georgia
yeah,
Tech.
yeah, man.
Woo! I
Only
can't get behind that. But go ahead, go ahead. Let me see.
understood. Because a lot of teams are not going to be good. You got of course, your Miami and your Clemson, right? That's your
But
top ones,
you also got to
and
think
then
about this too. You also got to think about other schools in the ACC. You got you just said North Carolina. We got North Carolina. All right. You also got Florida State. You
mhm,
also have Syracuse. They didn't play well last year, but like as long as they got their coach up there, Dino Babers, I feel like they can do something. You also still have what's the other team? Boston College. They played a little better. They played a little better last year. You got Pitt. It's so much talent in the ACC. Oh yeah, Virginia. People forget
yeah,
about Virginia. Virginia had a good football team last year.
yeah. I can understand that. I can understand all that.
Oh
But
yeah,
if I'm
Virginia
get
Tech.
behind a Georgia team, I'm gonna get behind Georgia Tech, and
Yeah,
I'm going top three.
I like Tech. That I
Yeah,
told people like that. My cousin went to Tech, so if it's between UG and Tech, I'm gonna go with Tech. So
any day, every day.
I
But
have other reasons too that I don't want to explain on the show, but hey, it is what it is. All right, moving along. Um, talk about some college baseball. Georgia Southern this week they played Kennesaw State. They won that game 11-5. Saturday they played Oklahoma and they won that game 4-1. And then yesterday they played Well, no, that was Friday. Yesterday they played Oklahoma again. They won that game 3-2. UGA this past Tuesday, they played Clemson and they won that game 8-7. This past Friday, they opened the series up with Mizzou Tigers, and Mizzou won that game Friday 6-4. And then yesterday they came back in 10 innings and they won that game 7-5. Georgia State this week, this past Tuesday, they played Georgia Tech and they lost that game 7-2. They played Mercer and they got the brakes beat off of them. Mercer beat them 17-4. And then this past Friday they played South Alabama and they lost that game as well 4-2. Georgia State baseball program is just not looking good. Like they
at
got to
all.
figure out like all the other teams in the state are playing well except for Georgia State. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
And they not just losing games; they getting blown out.
Getting beat. I mean, like, you getting beat by Mercer. Mercer got a good baseball team. I give them credit for that. All right, because Mercer they recruit a lot of the players down in South Georgia. In South Georgia, that's where high schools in South Georgia. That's where you go to recruit your baseball players. So I give them credit for that. Football, you go up North Georgia, and that's where the talent's at. But baseball, South Georgia, that's where it's at. All right. Georgia Tech, they beat Georgia State. We just talked about that game this past Tuesday. Georgia Tech, they played Florida State on Thursday, and they lost that game 9-0. And then they played them again on Friday, and they lost that game again 7-0. So, yeah.
Yeah. The Braves actually got some wins here lately. Tuesday, well, they lost. Sorry, they lost to the Yankees 3-1, and then they beat the Yankees 1-4. They also beat Arizona on Friday, 4-5, and then they play again today as a doubleheader. So they got some wins, 2 out of the last 3. So that's good. What you like about this Braves team so far?
Right now, it's April. It's up and down. We gotta wait until we gotta. I'm really gonna wait until June, like I always do, to evaluate what's going on. But I do like what I see. Austin Riley, this guy is a man. Right? This man been hitting home runs like it ain't nothing. Um, Dansby, I know I've been seeing people talk negative about my boy Dansby. Hey, like I said, it is what it is. It's still a little early. Acuna, still out with the injury. Hopefully, I don't know what's the synopsis when he will return. Freddie Freeman, um, you know, it's too early to call right now. Like my main thing right now is just everybody just stay healthy and let's see what we can do. So,
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I just don't know. I just don't know yet. Until we start playing teams like the Dodgers, the Cardinals, playing teams that's gonna contend for the pennant. That's when I can really say, okay, this team right here can do this, or this team probably won't do this. We got to see. Right
Yeah,
now, we only played the NL East, and then now we play in the AL East. Now we playing the Diamondbacks right now, which some people said that they could be good, but let's be real, the NL West, the Dodgers got that sold up. So the Dodgers
pretty
and then
much.
the Padres next. I don't see the Diamondbacks really winning that division or even coming out of that division as a wild card.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. The Dodgers been dominating that division for what, the last 4 or 5 years.
They're the Braves I've been telling people they're the Braves of the 2010s. They
Yeah,
were the Braves of the 2010s. They been winning. Yeah, they finally won the World Series this past year. Well, that should have been ours, but hey, it is what it is. But they've been consistent. And you got the Padres now who are trying to jock that number one spot out there in the West. So,
yeah, that is true. Ultra Shadow. Our pitching has been hit or miss so far, and the thing with the Dodgers is they had good pitching. So Their pitching was good, so that's why they was able to come back and beat us. Other news that happened in MLS, even though we had just had the MLS guy on, we forgot to mention that they won yesterday against Chicago. Greg, you said what?
We brought it up.
Yeah, and Greg Garza retires. Tony Annan leaves Atlanta United to become South Carolina Gamecocks head coach. Yeah, like we said, we talked about all this early in the show.
If you want to go ahead and rewind it, or just start it in the beginning. We had AJ on from Atlanta United Fan TV. That was a great segment of the show, so go check that out.
Yeah. What I really want to I want to talk about during the show is this Grady Jarrett podcast, man. If you have not watched it and you're a Falcons fan, you need to go watch it. This Grady Jarrett podcast was everything I was looking for to understand the game of football and Grady Jarrett's mentality. Like the fact that he was raised by, well, not raised by, but helped raise by Ray Lewis, and so much of the things that Ray Lewis taught him. Ray Lewis being just a great pioneer in NFL, and he talked so good about Dean Pease. I am excited about this Atlanta Falcons team based off just what the good things he said about Dean Pease. And coaching matters. And I really think, like Ray Lewis was telling Grady Jarrett, if he could get this team to play like Grady Jarrett or that same mentality, yo, this team could go somewhere. What you think, Don?
Man, have you ever watched Karate Kid before?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Miyagi. All right. Well, look, I'm not going to get into the details of the movie, but we've been saying this, like, as far as coaching matters goes, and a lot of people forget that Dean Pease was the defensive coordinator for that 2012 Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl champion team. All right. Now, I already know the dialogue between Ray Lewis and Grady Jarrett, their relationship. Everybody know Grady Jarrett's dad, the great J.C. Tuggle. Um, I'm excited that we chose the right defensive coordinator for this team. You can't get no better than Dean Pease unless we would have hired Wade Phillips. Because I say either Wade Phillips or you could possibly bring in Dean Pease. But I didn't know anything about Dean Pease wanting to come out of retirement because I didn't really see the statement. But when Arthur Smith made that call, and he wanted to come out of retirement, I'm like, wow, how in the world did this man pull this off? Because normally, most coaches when they retire, they not coming back.
They
Yeah.
done.
But for Dean Pease to come out of retirement, and I want everybody to listen to this, okay? For this man to come out of retirement to come and coach a team the year before had the worst defense in the league. That should tell you something.
He's seen something on this team that was pretty much he knew he could fix. He wouldn't have just jumped on this team and been like, oh, well, I can maybe fix this. You're not coming out of retirement to maybe fix anything. Like you coming out of retirement.
Unless you see the potential. If you see the potential in it, then yeah. Like that's the same thing with me. I'm not finna take a chance on somebody or something that I know that's gonna be trash. Even I know I can put all the work into it.
Yeah.
And I see, okay, ain't no point of me wasting my time in it. But if I know that I come in and I know I can make a difference and I know I can move the needle from here to there, I'm gonna take a chance on it. And that's what he's doing.
Exactly. And the fact that he doesn't have to move the needle because he has a great quarterback, he doesn't have to move the needle that much. He just need average. We don't have to be the best.
But you got to move the needle. Like if you pretty much the worst defense in the league for the past few years, you have to move it. Like I would say, if we have an average defense, it ain't got to be top 10. It can be ranked 15th, 16th. Hell, I'd take 17th. If we can get that,
low. I say under 15. Under 15.
But check this out though. We've seen what this Falcons team can do with a below average defense.
Yeah.
And still make the playoffs. and still may manage to win a playoff game. Heck, we went to the Super Bowl with the 27th ranked defense. So if we can just be average, like you said, that right there is a playoff team. I understand everybody's afraid of Tampa Bay, but let's be real. If we can beat Tampa Bay 2 times and then beat the Saints twice, and then Carolina, same thing. Like if we can go 6-0 in our division, then we control the destiny. We can. And then right now we're playing the AFC East, so we know the Jets are probably still gonna be trash. The Jaguars, yeah, they're
Try.
gonna probably draft Trevor Lawrence, but that's probably still be trash. I don't like Urban Meyer anyway, so I hope we beat the best out of them. Then you got Buffalo, who I don't see us winning that game. I
Yeah.
think we may take an L. New England, hey, that's a toss up. We don't know what they're gonna end up doing, so we'll just have to see. I can see we can win 2 or 3 games in that division right there, and I think this year we played don't we play the NFC North?
I know we play the NFC East because we got to play.
Okay, yeah, we played the NFC East. Oh man, that whole division was trash last year. So
Yeah,
like
except for
I'm not
Washington.
trying to
Let's
make
not
early
sleep on
predictions,
Washington.
huh?
Let's not sleep on Washington. I think they're
I'm not
gonna win
sleeping
this
on
division.
Washington, but Washington got to get a quarterback.
Yeah, but I still think they can win this division. Well, their division, that NFC East division. Um,
But
with
I'm
the
gonna
right,
also say this too. And I know, I ruffle some feathers with people in my group. Don't sleep on that Philadelphia coach. Do not sleep on Nick Sirianni. I know a lot of
okay,
people they making fun of this man and stuff, the comments he made. But if you look at it, if you look how he been acting, it's kind of, and I'm just saying it. I'm just saying this. All right. I'm not saying that his coaching style is similar to this person, but I'm talking about his persona is very similar to Rex Ryan. You go
mm,
look at how Rex Ryan carried himself, and you look at Nick Sirianni. All right. I'm not saying that he's up there as far as coaching style as Rex Ryan, but I'm just saying the swag
yeah,
it's very similar. So I'm just letting y'all know, don't sleep on Sirianni.
yeah.
He came from Indianapolis, and we already know I like Frank Reich as a head coach. So Philadelphia may end up winning the division. Who knows? I don't have any trust in the Cowboys. Cowboys
I
gonna
can
be
tell you
trash
that.
for a while.
No
They hired
Cowboys.
Mike McCarthy. When they hired Mike McCarthy, y'all already they put themselves 5 years back,
Yeah,
even more. So,
I have no problem with the Eagles or the Skins winning that division.
you mean the football team?
Oh, sorry, you're right. I apologize. The football team. Um, Also with this division, I'm gonna say this now. Um, Talking about the South division, NFC South. I'm hoping for the Tom Brady fall off. It gotta come. So this is my year. I'm picking this year for the Tom Brady fall off.
That defense, I'm telling you, they're gonna have a top five. They're gonna have another top five defense. They just are. Everybody's still there. I really feel like they're gonna end up picking another. They probably pick a pass rusher in the draft because they're gonna need one. Pierre Paul's getting up there in age, and he may end up leaving. And I think Vita Vea, I think he's going to his last year, I believe, because he was drafted the same year as Ridley. So they're gonna probably need someone there as a replacement. So I can really see they're gonna draft a pass rusher. Now the kid was good. So he said, "What's your guys' verdict on the first couple of rounds?" Um, right now, man, we're literally 4 days away from the draft, and we haven't made any trade. So right now, if we sticking at 4, I really see us drafting Sewell or we picking Kyle Pitts,
Pretty much.
or the third we may end up drafting Trey Lance.
He's not gonna say Justin Fields.
I'm not gonna say Fields. I'm just not.
mine
I
is
think
mine is a little different. I'm going to see well Pitts, and then only reason we drive Justin Fields is if whatchamacallit don't take us before it's 49ers. That's the only way we draft Justin Fields. Because if he's there, I'm pretty sure the Falcons are going to take him. I'm not In my opinion, let me say that because people like to say, "Well, you said." In my opinion, I think they would take him.
Yeah.
At
Right
4.
now, I'm I'm just gonna break it down percentage wise. Right now, I am 55% betting on us drafting Sewell. Then I would say we're like 30 something percent on drafting Pitts, and then whatever's left, I'm it's gonna be Lance.
Okay.
That's just how I'm looking at it right now. It's just so much smoke screens with Fields, Lance, and Pitts. Really haven't been there hasn't really been any like conversations or any like information out there on Sewell.
Yeah.
So they may end up throwing a curveball and drafting Sewell. That could be the case. And
Or
that right there, not only that's a safe pick, but that's the best pick that you can
exactly.
get.
At
It
4.
for it
Yeah.
for if you cannot trade with no one.
Yeah. So,
So
or they could throw the ultimate curveball, the one that everybody would love, the trade back curveball.
yeah,
And if they trade
it could
back,
happen. It
yeah,
could happen during the draft. And second round, I see if we like I said, if we stick in that four, second round, you drafting any of those guys, and that's an offensive pick. So defensive, we got to go defense in the second round. So you got to get a guy like Trey Morick for TCU, or you get the guy what's his name, Cisco. I like him as well. So we got to get a safety. We got to get a
yeah,
safety, or because at that second pick, I don't think you Mika Parsons, Jalen Phillips, and Russo. Those guys are going to be gone. So I don't really see. And then
Quiddy
Pay
Pay.
Pay he'll probably be gone as well. So
Yeah,
those guys are going to be gone. So I'd rather just focus on the secondary in the second round. Then third round, you got to get someone next to Grady Jarrett as an interior defensive lineman. I've been talking about Tyler Shelvin for LSU for a long time. If he's gone, then you get McNeil from North Carolina State. You got to get a big guy right there to plug up the line, man.
yeah,
That's something that we just need. And you know, those are the
yeah.
next three picks. So what's your thoughts on that?
Um, Pretty much, I agree with you when it comes to that. Going back to starting of the draft, I really think we're gonna Justin Fields determines this draft in different ways. The Falcons could take him, or this one that I thought about yesterday. What if he's not picked by the 49ers and somebody wants to mortgage their future away to get him? And that's going to be a draft day trade because he's sitting at 4 and somebody like New England, bad example because they want to mortgage their future away for him, but New England or Chicago that want to come up. Y'all know I'm on the Chicago train, but when it comes to Justin Fields, I think he's the piece that's going to start the draft. The 49ers take him, then cool. We move on and we draft Penny Sewell. But if he's there at 4, you never know. Some team might just say, I want Justin Fields and are willing to give us the house and we can start a franchise all over with and building the defense that way, and it'd be dope. So to me, he's the piece. He's the piece of the draft that's going to be the most important for the first round.
Well, like I said, getting the court. I'm like people. Look. The only reason I'm against a quarterback is it's not. It ain't got nothing to do with me being a fan of Matt Ryan. It has everything to just do with the Atlanta Falcons organization, the totality of it. Why would you draft a new upcoming quarterback and y'all saying he's for the future and his team has so many holes? That's the thing I've been telling you guys for the past several weeks. I do not want to bring a young quarterback, into a messed up situation. It makes no sense.
I agree with you there, Don. I would agree with you there.
Like, yeah, we're talking.
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Go ahead.
To answer the question on who's returned from the Hawks, they haven't released the injury injury list yet, but I'm pretty sure the same starting five that we had last game, in my opinion. Just based on what I see right now, for Tony Snell was out, DeAndre Hunter was out, Chris Dunn was out, Clint Capella's day to day. So is Trey Young day to day, and this is all based off the April 24th. So I just really don't know. But speaking of the Hawks, they've been balling here of late. Out of the last 7 games, they 5-2. All about big man Nate. Nate, yo, best coach in the East since he's took over, man. You cannot tell me that's not coach of the year status. We beat the Hornets 105-101. We beat the Raptors 108-103. We lost to the Bucks 109-120, who we play tonight. Revenge game. Even though we playing them again, we could like me and T said, this game is slowing down Giannis. If we can make Giannis just a drive to the paint kind of guy, and he's not hitting his threes, we good. We can win this game. We can keep this game close. We can win this game because I got faith in Nate. We also beat the Pacers 129-117. Beat the Magic 112-96. We lost to the Knicks. That's when Trey Young got hurt, man. We shouldn't have lost this game. We've said it multiple times. We could have won this game. Trey, when he got hurt, had 20 and 14. Plus, we lost this game in OT. So that's a game we shouldn't have lost. Really, we shouldn't have lost. Then we beat the Heat. The big game of the weekend. We beat the Heat in a game that nobody thought we was going to win. Nobody thought we was going to win this game, but we needed to win this game, and we pulled out a win, man. Currently 5th in the East. Like I said, Nate McMillan, best coach in the Eastern Conference, man. You can't get no better than Nate McMillan right now. 12 games left, expecting the Hawks to go above 500. When you're looking at what the Hawks got going on, we got the Bucks tonight, Detroit. We played the Sixers twice, Bulls, Pacers. Also, we got to play the Suns, Pacers again, the Wizards twice, the Magic, and then the Rockets. So
the Magic number right now,
easily this team, we should go above 500. I'm going 7-5. We should, and it's going to be hard 7-5, people. It's going to be some tough games in there with Philly playing twice. We got to play Philly twice, and Portland and Phoenix. Those 4 games are going to be key. If those 4 games right there, hoping we get a win over the Bucks, within those 4 games, 5 games, because all those teams are going to be tough. We got to go at least 3-2 in those 5 games. Sixers twice, Bulls, Blazers, Phoenix.
Here's the thing.
3-2, and we'll be okay. And I think we'll lock up the 5th seed if we go 3-2 during that stretch. Giannis can't score a lot. We have a chance. Pretty much, Braylon. Giannis can't score a lot. And we got a chance if Giannis is not scoring a whole bunch of points. Like I said earlier, if you can keep this game close, we got a chance to win it, man. And I'm talking about like this past game with the Heat. We kept it close all game. All game we kept it close. Yeah, and then at the end we took off and we won. So that's always a good thing for this Hawks team. Yeah. I don't know. I think Don still got connection problems.
Yeah, my thing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you still got connection problem. What's good, Don? Shout out to Knight, who's in the building. I told you I wasn't scared of Miami. See, you did, Braylon. You told us. But going up against this Miami team without our leading scorer, leading rebounder, leading assist, everything we do was leading pretty much. I would agree, but now I'm not worried about no team under us. Under Nate. As long as we got Nate, man, I think it's next man up is a real thing, and that's how these boys played. Next man up, we won the game, and Joel might not play against us the first time, which is good. Joel don't play, that would be good because hopefully Clint Capella could come back and he have an easy night. Because dealing with Joel on his coming off this injury, I would not want that. So hopefully Joel doesn't play. Hawks. You're right. Hawks have been rolling lately. Yes, you're right about that. Don, what you think about these Hawks?
Magic number right now. Can y'all hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, you good.
All right. The magic number right now is 4. Mike Conti he posted something early this morning. Magic number is 4. We win 4 games, we're in the playoffs. Right now, I don't care about 4. We need to win more than 4. We need to win 10. We win 10, we win the division. And we're possibly sitting at the 4th to 6th seed in the playoffs. So that's the sweet spot right there for the Hawks.
It's 4 games. Elaborate on that. Why did he say that? Let me go look at the standings.
Magic number 4. He said we win 4 games, we're in the playoffs. We're playoff bound.
Okay.
But 10 will get us not only like the top 4 seed, but we also win the division.
And that's you know me, I've been harping on this 4th pick forever. But now I think I still would love the 4th pick just to be able to shut a lot of y'all up and say I told you so at the end. But with the 5th pick, I think it'll be a better route to the playoffs for us with the 5th pick.
Yeah.
Only on that aspect of the game. Right now we'll be sitting at 5, but I would love that 4th pick. Because I've been saying it all year, and I've had faith in these Hawks all year to get this 4th pick. Now that we've had coaching changes, boy, where would this Hawks team be if we didn't have coaching changes? If Nate McMillan was the coach all year, where would this Hawks team be? What do you think, Don? Where would they be?
Dang, man.
Don's still having problems. Let me know in the chat. Where would this team be if they wasn't having coaching problems at the beginning of the year? Top 2 in the East. Which I think a top 2 in the East. Divisions don't matter in NBA tough. Though you're right. Sometimes it don't matter. When it comes to the NBA, the Atlanta kid, I ain't scared of Philly either. We beat them under LP earlier this year. Yeah, you're right. But Philly has Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons could potentially be guarding Trae Young, and I don't want that. I really don't want that. Really don't want that because his length and all that on Trae Young, that's going to be a long night for Trae. That's the only reason I think Philly has the potential to beat us. I don't even think it's Embiid. I just think it's Ben Simmons' presence on defense. What's up, Kim Jong Trump? 0-17. What you talking about, Kim Jong Trump?
He's talking about we're gonna lose the rest of our games. That's what he's saying.
Bro, you're crazy. He hating. Yeah, and Clint would neutralize Joel Embiid. We have too many shooters for them. Ultra Shadow. Oh, that's neutralize. Yeah, he'll slow him down. I would agree there. He'll slow him down.
Yeah. Options on the Braves. We talked about the Braves earlier. Right now, pitch is just not looking good for us. And then we have Acuna's out. Dansby, Freeman, they kind of they show up here and there. Austin Riley has been looking real good. So, but just go back to like the 25, 30 minutes of the show. We talked about the Braves for a good bit. So I'm gonna rewind that part back. I know I saw I apologize. My connection has been messed up this morning. But Ultra Shadow, I want to go back to this question. The statement, worry about the future. What about the now? We're in win now mode. And that's the thing. That's what Arthur Smith said. Arthur Smith and Arthur Blank, they said that we're in win now mode. We're not rebuilding anything. Like you see what Detroit did with Matthew Stafford. All right. They traded him. And going back to when we had on Michael Rothstein on the show last week, make sure y'all go check that episode out. We over 600 views on that show. We had him on Tuesday evening. He pretty much said, and he used to work for the Lions. He was a beat writer for the Lions. When Arthur Smith was interviewing for our job and Detroit job. And he said that Arthur Smith went there, he talked to the organization, and they called him back for an interview. The second interview, Arthur Smith turned them down. Guys, it's very clear that they told him that Matthew Stafford was not going to be in the future plans for the Detroit Lions. This is why Arthur Smith did not choose the Detroit Lions job, you guys. This is why he chose Atlanta. Because I'm pretty sure Arthur Blank and Rich McKay told Arthur Smith during the interview process the plan for the Atlanta Falcons. So,
Yeah.
like I said, we'll see what happens. But at the same time, you know, this draft this Thursday cannot come far enough. All right.
Yeah. This pretty much like everybody's been saying when it comes to the draft. If they take a quarterback, you know how they feel. If they don't, then you know how they feel. So it's pretty much that's what it boils down to. And honestly, I just can't wait to see. I just can't wait to see.
Yeah, I think bringing when Soroka and Free come back, I think that's gonna boost our lineup, not lineup, but boost our rotation up again, and you're gonna start seeing a different Braves team. Like I said, we just missing our pitcher, starting pitcher. Bring them back, we fine. I'm not really worried about um, the offense. Offense is there. We just gotta pretty much keep the other teams from scoring runs. So. That's not true, Trump. It ain't just Acuna. I just talked about Austin Riley. What's the other guy? Sandoval. He's been playing well as well. Dansby, he shows up here and there, and Freddie Freeman. So we got people that's been playing. So all right, thank you, Atlanta kid. I didn't know Acuna was back. So Green still a free agent. It's not like the man is bad. Yeah, he's not bad. It's just like I said, we just need pitch rotation healthy. Get them healthy, we good. Luke Jackson giving up only one run and 7 progress. Yeah, and that's the thing about Luke Jackson. He is getting better. Um, like I said, I know there's some players down there in Gwinnett or in Mississippi that's going to potentially take Luke Jackson's spot as being the closer pitcher. So got to wait and see on that. All right, we thought Soroka would be good to go. Let's see. I thought so too, but I don't see Soroka coming back to probably the middle of next month. The middle of next month or the end of May. You just got to give him time. You got to understand that the injury he had, like that's the feet that's the foot that he plants when he throws the pitch. That's the foot he plants on, and you can't just rush somebody back, with an injury like that. You gotta, I'm pretty sure he's throwing pitches now, but he may have some soreness still in there. So just give him time. I say give him another month. He should be ready to go. Yeah, I don't know why we haven't resigned Shane Green. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with that. I think they may be waiting on what's going to happen with Soroka. If Soroka doesn't come back by the end of next month, we may end up getting Green. Will Smith is the closer. Luke hasn't been the closer since June. Okay, I thought I seen Luke Jackson close the game out. One of these games. Okay, that's a hard injury to come back for. He needs a month or so. Yeah, you're right. King Young Trump. Your name, man. I swear.
Kim Jong Trump.
That's crazy. Since then, Green, Memphis, Smith has been the closers. Okay. All right. Appreciate the Atlanta kid. But yeah, but back to what we were saying about the NFL draft. Like, if we're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen this Thursday. And on that note, let's go ahead and plug the show Thursday.
All right, so we got the draft show coming up on Thursday. If you're a fan of any other team outside of Atlanta, we're still looking for a Jacksonville fan, a Jets fan, and a 49ers fan to seal off the top 7. We're going to have fans from different teams come on, watch the draft with us, react to the fans. Fan reaction, man. We would love for fans to come on. Panthers fans, Broncos fans, any fan of whatever team you want to represent, come watch the game with watch the draft with us, react, tell us how you feel about the trade, and come have some fun. That's what we're gonna do. You want to come and talk junk about the Falcons the whole time your team is drafted? That is perfectly fine with us. But the Jags, the Jets, and the Niners, maybe just the Niners, but don't look too good. The Panthers, Broncos got rings, so that's what they're gonna say. and the Cowboy fans got rings too. So that's all they're gonna talk about also. So come kick it with us, watch the draft, and have some fun. If you need to get in contact with us, email us at Kings Realm ATL on Twitter for me. Down here at the bottom. DM me, let me know your team, and email me your email address.
Yeah. Like I said, this week is gonna be crazy. So whatever happens Thursday night, you guys, let's look.
Let's leave it on Thursday.
I'm gonna say let's be respectful, but it's gonna be hard. I'm just gonna let you guys know. So whatever happens Thursday night, and if we draft Sewell or Pitts or we trade out, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night on this stream. It's gonna be a long night on this channel because I'm probably gonna be up probably 1-2 o'clock in the morning talking junk.
Hey, have fun. I'm gonna be at work the next day.
Hey, go ahead. I'm gonna go to work too the next day, but at the same time, hey, I don't care. Like that right there is gonna be my Super Bowl.
I feel you. I feel you on that one.
Anyway, but hey, appreciate y'all joining us live. Hey, if you're new to the channel, y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with 11 Sports Fanatics, and hit us up in the comment section. As always, come holler at your hometown sports podcast. Any Kings Room coming up?
Yes, tonight we play the Bucks 7:30. So the best basketball post game comes on at 10 p.m. post game, yo. We got to get this win. We get this win. I'm celebrating all night. And I'm ready, yo. Magic number is 4. 4 seed, 4 wins, 4th round pick.
Well, we need 10 wins to get that 4th seed. So
that is true. So magic number is 4 around Atlanta right now. Yeah. How ironic.
It is. And
4 days to the draft. Look at that.
And I'll probably do a Don's favor here and there this week. I may do one probably tomorrow, Tuesday, and then I'll probably do one Wednesday the night before the draft. So stay tuned on that. Hey, let's have a great week, you guys. Hey, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. We out.
Peace.